Well, folks, it happened. Against all odds, predictions, and maybe even common sense, Donald J. Trump is back in the Oval Office. Remember that time he descended that escalator? Get ready for round two. This time, the stakes are even higher, and the drama is just beginning. The 2024 election was a nail-biter, a real barn burner, a political Donnybrook for the ages. It had twists and turns that kept everyone on the edge of their seats, but when the dust settled and the votes were counted, it was Trump who emerged victorious. His supporters erupted in celebration while his critics were left in disbelief. Now before you say it, I know, some of you are ecstatic, waving those Make America Great Again flags like you're signaling a rescue plane. The energy at his rallies is palpable. Others, you're probably digging out those "I'm moving to Canada" pamphlets you stashed away in 2016. The divide in reactions is as stark as ever, but hey, that's democracy, right? It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes leaves you wanting to down a gallon of antacids. It's the beauty and the curse of our system. But here's the thing. Trump 2.0 isn't some bad sequel we can just fast forward through. This is a new chapter in American history. This is real life, with real consequences. Every decision made will ripple through the nation, and believe me, things are about to get interesting. The political landscape is shifting and everyone is watching closely. Buckle up, America, because we're in for a bumpy ride. The next 4 years will be anything but predictable. So what does a second Trump presidency actually mean for America? What changes await us? The questions are endless and the answers are uncertain. Let's dive into the chaos and try to make sense of it all, shall we? Together we'll navigate this new era and uncover what lies ahead. Remember those tax cuts from Trump's first term? The ones that were touted as a major win for the economy? The ones that primarily benefited corporations and the wealthy? Critics argued they widened the income gap. Well, get ready for round two. Trump has made it clear that he believes in doubling down on what he sees as his winning formula. More tax cuts are on the horizon. Expect more tax cuts, folks, and expect them to be big, bold, and potentially budget-busting. These cuts could have far-reaching impacts on the national deficit, but that's not all. Trump's also bringing back his greatest hits when it comes to deregulation. Environmental protections? Gone. Industries may see fewer restrictions. Financial regulations? See you later. This could lead to a more volatile financial market. It's like a greatest hits album of policies that make corporations cheer and scientists weep. The environmental impact could be significant. Now, to be fair, Trump has also promised massive infrastructure investments. Roads, bridges, and airports could see major upgrades. He's been talking about rebuilding America since his first campaign. The promise of jobs and improved infrastructure is appealing. But the question remains, will these projects actually materialize, and if so, who will they truly benefit? Will it be the average American or big corporations? One thing's for sure, the economic landscape under a second Trump administration is likely to be as unpredictable and turbulent as the man himself. Markets could react strongly. Hold on to your wallets, America, it's going to be a wild ride. The next 4 years could bring significant changes to the economic fabric of the nation. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the wall along the border. Trump's signature immigration policy is back, baby. Expect a renewed push for that big, beautiful wall despite its questionable effectiveness and exorbitant cost. But the wall is just the tip of the iceberg. Trump's hardline stance on immigration extends far beyond concrete and steel. Get ready for stricter border controls, a crackdown on undocumented immigrants, and a significant reduction in refugee admissions. And if you think Trump's rhetoric on immigration has softened with time, think again. Expect more fiery speeches, more divisive language, and more attempts to stoke fear and resentment towards immigrants. The question is, will America embrace this vision of a more closed-off nation, or will it push back against these policies with renewed vigor? Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because Trump's foreign policy is about to take us on a wild ride. It's a journey filled with unexpected twists and turns, and no one really knows where it will end. Remember those beautiful trade wars he started in his first term? They were just the beginning. Well, get ready for round two. The stakes are higher and the players are more determined. Expect more tariffs, more disputes with allies, and more uncertainty in the global market. And what about NATO, that little alliance that's been keeping the peace in Europe for decades? It's been a cornerstone of global security. Well, Trump's made it clear he's not a fan. He questions its relevance and cost to the U.S. He sees it as outdated and unfair to America. His stance has caused quite a stir among our allies. So, don't be surprised if he pulls back on U.S. involvement. leaving our allies feeling vulnerable and questioning America's commitment to global security. The Middle East? Buckle up, because that's going to be a bumpy ride too. The region is already volatile, and Trump's policies could add fuel to the fire. Trump's already moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem and pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal. What's next? More bold moves or unexpected retreats? Your guess is as good as mine. The unpredictability is part of the strategy, or so it seems. But one thing's for sure. Trump's unpredictable and often contradictory foreign policy is likely to keep the world guessing and potentially on edge for the next 4 years. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning.